Morning everyone. It is the 20th of June 2022 at 11:05 a.m. I am home, as we can tell. Hey boss, want to say hello? So I'll do a quick update from yesterday because I know not all of you follow my actual written blogs, which again I'm gonna really recommend that you do. I couldn't stay with Grant last night. I barely made it 2 hours before I needed to leave. I definitely didn't get out of the city before breaking down into tears. I cried all the way home, and then I cried for a number of hours when I got home. It's that feeling of this like heaviness in my chest that doesn't appear to be connected to any thoughts that is what I seem to be dealing with. So yesterday I wrote a number of blogs. I don't totally remember how many, but there were a few. I realized that, yes, not hearing from my sister is difficult and it's obviously affecting me. But in writing out the blogs, I think I realized that I was being selfish. Yes, they've had a near-death experience and everyone's shaken up about it, but everything else remains the same. So I'm just continuously sending love and high vibrations to everyone that I do love, whether I see them in 3D reality or not. I'm sending it to their higher selves. And yeah, I did a bit of research on myself, I guess, trying to figure out if I actually am suffering from a depressive episode. Though, according to Google, and don't get me wrong, I've got therapy this afternoon and I've got my psychiatrist appointment on Wednesday, and I've made an appointment for Thursday to speak to my doctor, so today's Monday. It could potentially be my bipolar cycling. I'm not totally sure what's going on, but that's why I have professionals to help me. I am going to ask to increase my mood stabilisers. I think I said yesterday that I'm currently on 400 milligrams of Epilim, 200 in the morning and 200 at night. In the past, say like when I was like 22, 23, 24, I don't actually know. I think I was like 23, 22, 23 the first time I actually went to a doctor about my mental health. So would have been, I bought my second house when I was 24, and it would have been, well, I was in my first house, so I don't know, let's say 23 for argument's sake, roughly 14 years ago. I think I'm doing the math right. Anyway, I do want to increase them just to see if it helps. Old Liv would have 100% just increased them myself. There's a huge part of me that's just like, I know that they're going to let me, so I may as well just start it now. But I'm really trying to be a responsible adult, so I am going to wait. I'm going to talk to my therapist this afternoon and see if she, like, obviously she can't prescribe and deal with any of that, but she might have an opinion. But as I said, I'm speaking to my psychiatrist on Wednesday, which I'd actually forgotten because they rang me up. They just rang me this morning to confirm it, if I wanted to like go in person or phone call. And since I can't actually get an appointment with my doctor on the day, it makes no sense to drive for an hour in each direction. So yeah, now I've been awake since 8 o'clock. I scrolled on my phone and read it for an hour while I waited for my house to warm up. I have woken up multiple times during the night feeling like my bladder's about to burst. I always know it's really, really close or bad when I'm actually dreaming about how badly I need to use the bathroom. So, I really am going to have to follow up with my urologist and try and get a new appointment, because I still believe I need to be on a waiting list for the surgery, because this is just unfucking bearable. Though I am grateful that the medication does take the edge off. But since actually getting up and drinking coffee, I am reading my good old Emotional Intelligence for Dummies. There's like all these tips and all these like checklist to like mark down, and it's like, there's checklists for whether you are an emotional intelligent person or an emotionally unintelligent person, and so far I'm taking half to half. So I guess that makes sense, since I'm still very much working on emotional regularity. Oh, I need to learn how to talk properly. The timetable opens up this morning for school. As it stands, I do have every intention of doing my personality unit. I do think that's the right way to go. Fairly certain the exam's only worth like 30%, not 100%, but I will double check and update. But another reason I'm doing this video is because I want to do a shout out to Abel in Sweden and say I am fairly certain at about 99.999% that I have found you on Facebook Messenger and I have sent you a message. So Abel, if you see this, please check your messenger requests. Like I said, I'm absolutely positive it's you that I found, and I have sent you a message so that we can talk. So yeah, thankfully you have a lovely unique name, and you listed the uni you go to. So according to Google, I went through it all and found it, and I was like, oh, I think it's you. So yay. But yeah, shout out to everyone else out there who follows me, comments, helps me realize that, I'm making these videos for not only myself, but to help others know they're not alone. Yes, I have my moments. Yes, I second guess myself at the amount of bullshit I've lived with and lived through and deal with. I think it's okay and fair enough that, I am doing the best I can. Where I am today at the age of 36 on the 20th of June 2022, I am doing the best that I can for myself in this moment. Yesterday, I knew I couldn't stay at Grant's. I could feel it as I made the video in the car park. Like I said, that feeling had hit me when I got back from the dog park. It stayed with me, which is why I made myself get ready and leave immediately, because I knew that if I didn't, I wouldn't have made it. But I did make it. We went to the market. The market was nice. The only thing I truly need to buy is slippers. And I didn't get any because I didn't see any that weren't like Ugg boots, and pretty sure Ugg boots are made out of animal materials, so I can't buy them. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this book. I'm really trying to just sit with the fact that, I'm very aware that and another blog I wrote last night, and I will say it on my videos, is that I was incredibly angry and I have lashed out during the beginning of these videos in January sometime, when it all fell apart with my family. I know since then I have made videos saying that I love my family, and I do. If you ever see this, I have no idea if you see my videos anymore, but if you see this, I love you so much. I really do. I just am not emotionally stable enough to fully be able to deal with people who don't understand me at all. And in writing these blogs yesterday, I've seen that I can appreciate that maybe you think that I just want us to go back to exactly how it was, and that's not the case. I just guess there's a part of me that just needs to hear from you, sister, so that I know you're okay, just something. But I've checked Facebook Messenger, and as I messaged Vance last night saying, please, when you speak to her, can you ask her if she's seeing them? I'll be honest and say I'm too afraid to call your phone number, because I don't want to hear a blocked signal. I'm not sure I'm strong enough for that right now, because I never actually blocked you on phone calls, because I always believed that regardless of what was happening, if something tragic like this happened, even though you're all okay, that someone would tell me. The fact that our father had to tell me is just really fucking with my head. But thankfully I have therapy today, so I will be discussing it. But as I've said, you know, you can't edit real life, and I'm very aware that I can take down videos I've made that are extreme, graphic, and triggering potentially. I have no intention of doing any of that because that will completely defeat the purpose of the videos and how I make them. I don't watch these videos before I upload it. You're all aware of that by this point, I would say. I don't remember what day I'm at, 172, 3 or 74, something like that. Anyway, but the way I make my videos, I make them because by doing it like this, they are, and I am, my absolute most authentic self. I cannot remember the frickin' workshop we did, what I said or any of it. Just the whole exhilaration of being away and everything going on was just so much and good. Don't get me wrong, I had an absolute ball, but I need to write feedback from, you know, for what happened, and I know I'm going to receive feedback and I've got no idea how it's going to go, and it's just, I'm definitely not living in my vibration of love. The fear is there. I don't know why, which is fucking weird, man, because I truly do think making these videos is the most important thing about me. I've told my job that under no circumstances are they allowed to list my last name on anything, because if I'm to get to where I get to, which is where I would like to be, I haven't decided if I'll be sharing my full details or not, because I don't want people to find me. I don't, like, you know, I've checked, I've got 204 subscribers on YouTube, which I'm just over the moon about. And yeah, like I said, comments come, they really mean a lot to me. Yesterday I was watching Sex and the City and I was just sort of like, ugh. And then like my computer wasn't working properly and it was like buffering. It was making these strange static sounds on the television. And I was like, obviously, like I'm trying just to be in the now and not to overthink and just to, you know, accept what happens. But this whole, do I want to do philosophy or do I want to do psychology, is still fucking with me, because I truly think I'm supposed to do both. Can't do both at once. And I could do both one after the other. Obviously, I'd think I'd be like 60 by the time I finish, which isn't really that big of a deal. But last night I realized that there are so many things that I do believe in that until I actually write papers on them aren't going to make any sense. Like, I know how I sound when I say I no longer believe in marriage. More than likely, I can imagine the majority of people think it's because I'm some bitter old woman who missed out on the man she loves and he married someone else. I can hear that for sure. It's not the case though. I don't believe in marriage at all in an entire generational, traditional, it makes no sense evolutionary wise, just in that topic alone. So I wrote myself out a question, just like philosophy questions ask, like, you know, just like any normal philosophy question I'm given in a unit. And I started to do some research last night. I could not find any research to support my claim. So I think I gave up at that point. And that's when I realized all the philosophers before me don't always have the research or the sources or other people. Sometimes people just have to start. Like, I know what I believe and why. I just have to make it make sense. And I'm very aware that sometimes I don't make total sense when I make these videos, because again, I'm talking for 14 minutes and 22 seconds, and you'll get bits of my day and stuff, but like, I don't edit, like I've said, you know, sometimes shit comes out wrong. I mean, Jesus, jump on YouTube and type in fucking Amber Heard and everybody's talking about the latest interview she had. I haven't seen it, but I've seen the parts that have been clipped out. And it's like, I fully see what everyone's saying, but sometimes you do just fuck up in the moment and say the wrong thing. I know I do. But that's probably why I'm reading Emotional Intelligence for Dummies, because hey, come on. It is cold and windy and just grey outside, which is awesome because I'm a big fan of this weather. It just needs some rain and that would be great. But yeah, so school-wise, like I said, timetable's open today. Very much want to complete 1 unit for the next 4 trimesters in a row. Graduating, like I've said, end of trimester 2 next year. And truthfully, I'm pretty sure this whole philosophy versus psychology is going to continue in my subconscious until I actually graduate my undergrad. But on saying that, I think I just need to focus on the fact that I actually am fucking going to graduate. Like, I will graduate from my undergrad. That is 100% absolutely fucking going to happen. There's no way I've done 20 out of 24 units for a degree that I'm not going to get, especially when I do not receive student loans in this country and I'm paying for everything as I go. So, I will succeed. I know this. But yeah, sometimes I'm aware that my videos and my blogs may not come across right. But I'm going to keep saying the same thing. I am one of a billion people on this planet dealing with bullshit. I share because I don't want other people dealing with bullshit, thinking that they're all alone in this world and that nobody understands them and that nobody cares and that nobody's here for them and that they're not worthy or wanted or valued or good enough, whatever the fuck it might be, because I've lived with those feelings my entire life. And I pray that I don't have to keep living with them because they're all very much still there. I think even if you went back only 1 week on my videos, you'd probably be able to see that. But again, I'm choosing and really focusing on choosing to focus on the good. And that is that I am in 1,000% better place than I used to be. That I am, genuinely speaking, a happy person. As my therapist constantly tells me, it's normal and human to feel normal human emotions. People without mental illnesses feel sad and mad and rejected and all sorts of things. So I'm really fucking proud of how far I've come. Really, really proud. And I'm doing the work because I want to be an emotional, intelligent person. I want to be able to completely stay calm. I want to be able to... Gotta go let the dog out and heat up my coffee that I don't even think I've had a sip out of. That's cold. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I want to be able to be me without the intense pain and whatever else it is that I feel. Like, these feelings. Go toilet! Oh yeah, so gross. I can't look at my backyard at the moment. I need to clean the dog poo so bad. It's growing mold. I just like... Sometimes I really do wish I just had help just for like everyday stuff, eh? But, what am I saying? Yeah. So I am aware of where I'm at and what I'm doing. I'm aware that the sadness hits me. He's coming back in, I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, I don't know. I hope that I haven't been being selfish in the sense of really needing to hear from my family. When in all fairness, if this hadn't have happened, we probably wouldn't be talking anyway. How's your feet? Oh, good enough considering I'm making a video. But yeah, so I think for today, my goal is, what's my goal? I have plant-based sausages in my fridge that need to be cooked, so I've been looking forward to and craving deviled sausages. Thankfully, the entire thing is vegan, provided you just swap out normal sausages with the plant-based ones. Taste the same. No animals killed in the making. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that at I don't know, lunchtime-ish, because I've got therapy at 4 until 5, and after that I know for a fact I won't want to do anything. Oh, that just reminds me, I was thinking, oh, the only thing I'd want to do after that is probably smoke some weed, but one, I'm actually not really smoking a fuckload of it these days, unless, you know, like fucking, yesterday I had some, obviously, because I couldn't stop crying, and I just was like, this is bullshit. I took Valium and then had some weed. I didn't even ask Grant for cigarettes to make a bong mix, because I'm just so fucking at the point where it is so gross. I'm like working my way up to like smashing it. Giving it away just really isn't nearly as satisfying as smashing it. But I've just remembered that my fucking vape needs to be clean, because I put a full capsule in there and I couldn't get anything out. And I was like, what is happening? And then I realized I don't have a fucking clue how long it's been since I've cleaned it, but it's been too long. Now I'm at 21 minutes and 25 seconds, but there's no clock, so that's good. So hopefully it means it's all good, though I am going to like double check everything is backed up. I've started trying to put things into like albums on my phone, because I just keep deleting everything off my phone to record these videos and record therapy, because I'm still going to continue to record therapy because I just have wanted to do it for as many years as I can honestly think of, and now I actually have a therapist who lets me. I mean, in all fairness, I recorded the very first one without ever actually telling her, and then told her at the end of it and was like, hey, by the way, I filmed this. How do you feel about me uploading it? And yeah, she was like, as long as you watch it, it's fine, and that's what I've been doing since. So, and I learn. I watch obviously all of my videos back, especially my therapy ones. And they help me, because they, like, in the moment, like I said, it's Monday, and I went to Brisbane and back on Thursday just being, and I honestly don't fucking remember exactly how it went. And I know it didn't go exactly how we'd practiced, but in all fairness, as I've said multiple times, the actual content of our stories we didn't get to work together. So I do have feedback to say. My boss is currently in Spain, so that's a bit different. But I don't know, anyway. So overly important, since our WA workshops have been postponed until like September, October. Again, another reason I really want to complete a unit, because Rachel's completed her degree and we had many of the same units. I already know a lot of what personality is going to involve. It's like, I know one of the aspects for an assignment is like weekly check-ins with ourselves, so that seems appropriate. But yeah, I think for today, besides going to, you know, make food, I really need to do the dog poo. So I might try to aim for that when I go out and do the water for the plant. The plant's obviously in like the plant bucket, and then there's the water one underneath that catches it, and then the hose to like get the water out. So it's now to the point where it's full, where it needs to be empty, because all the nutrients and the water and everything in there, I sort of just like recycle the water. So I take it out and then I put it back in, and that's what I'm currently doing. The plant is looking amazing. I can honestly say this current plant is probably 2 to 3 times bigger than the other ones, the last lot, the auto seeds I had, and it hasn't even started flowering yet. Like, it's just the plant. There's no buds yet, and it looks beautiful. Shout out to Andrew, because the thing we put up, the tarp, definitely doing what it needs to be doing. Keeps the light out and it keeps the heat in, so yay. By the way, I miss you and I need a hug, so whenever you're around. But yeah, as I said, Abel in Sweden, please check your message requests. I'm very certain I found you. I'm going to stop talking now because I want to drink my coffee that I've just heated up, and I go back to learning about how to be emotional intelligent. That's me for now. I'll upload, can't talk. I will upload my therapy session later. Bye guys.